Hey guys, my name is Mel and I'm a full-time eBay seller here in Australia. So today is Friday and I've got a little bit of a daily vlog for you. I've just come back from a deceased estate and oh my goodness, I have made myself a new contact. Like I've almost found myself another guy. And yesterday I went thrifting, just briefly. You guys know that I don't need any stock, but I just went and did a quick little run and I found something really cool. So I wanted to share that with you today. And while I was at the deceased estate today, I picked up just a handful of items and I want to show them to you. And what else? I can't remember what else I wanted to share, but I'm sure there's something and it'll pop up as we go. Guys, I am doing so well. Let's do this. 54 listings today going into my store. 7 days in a row. 7 days in a row, I have listed 50 things or even more on a couple of days, but 50 things every day for 7 days since I had my little rant the other day to hold myself accountable into listing consistently on a daily basis. It's lifted my whole day. Knowing that that job is done first thing in the morning, it doesn't really matter what else I do in the day. You know, as long as I get my shipping done, I'm getting photos taken, it takes the pressure off me for the whole rest of the day and for the evening to sit down and get all those listings done. So I absolutely love doing it first thing in the morning and I'm just feeling so much more productive, and guess what? Sales are up. So this morning I was out driving and I saw a sign on the side of the road that said deceased sale, garage sale, and it had the sign pointing up and I thought, oh, this is weird for a Friday. We don't normally have garage sales here on a Friday. So because I was driving past, I just thought I'll pop in and see if it's open, and lo and behold, it was. Okay, so these are the books that I chose. They didn't have very many, but as soon as I saw these Folio Society books, I knew I had to grab them, because the thing with the Folio books is sometimes they are worth a lot of money. I have sold Folio sets for around the $180 to $200 mark. So I definitely always look at the Folio books. Now all their books were $3, so a win-win for me. Now this one here is a large book, the Folio Society book of the 100 greatest paintings. I've looked this book up and it looks to be selling for around the $50 mark. So $3 into 50, bonus. Now these smaller Folio books, this one is called The Genius of James Thurber. This one is called the Folio Book of Humorous Anecdotes. And this one is Eminent Victorians. Now I should be able to get around the $30 mark for each of those books, possibly even up to $40, but at least 30. So $3 into 30, bonus. But this little baby, okay, 3 books. It's in a really pretty folio case. Now, I just looked up the solds on my phone and they're a little bit everywhere, but they seem to be ranging anywhere between like $50 and $150. And the solds that I can see seem to be coming from the UK and the US. So I possibly will be able to get even more for these just because they're located here within Australia. So I will definitely be looking to price these on the higher end because they are rare. So I'll probably be pricing these up around the $150, providing that they're in good condition. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oops, hold on guys. This is hard. Okay. Beautiful white pages because they've been enclosed in the case. They actually look brand new. So they're not first edition, but they are absolutely immaculate. So I will definitely be pricing those up around the $150 mark, I think. So keep your eye out for the Folio books. There is some good money to be made in those. I've just paid $15 for all those books because they only charged me $3 for the whole set of these ones. Crazy. Anyway, $15 into $300, win-win. Okay, so let's talk about the sale that I went to today at the deceased sale estate. So I went there and I'm looking around and I got talking because I'm a bit of a chatty person. So I got talking to the couple that were running this sale and I ended up telling them that I was an eBay seller, and I asked them if they had any more books than what was there on the bookcase because there wasn't very many there. Anyway, they ended up telling me that they run a business that clears deceased estates out. So they said that they didn't have many books at this current one, but they do often have houses that have a lot of books. So I'm sitting here going, yes, here's my in. Anyway, he told me that the most books he's ever had in one lot was 55,000 books. I can't even comprehend it. I seriously can't even comprehend 55,000 books. So obviously 55,000 books didn't come from a deceased estate. This guy has his fingers, like I said, in everything, and he resells. So he buys these books and then he sells them on in smaller chunks. So he started asking me if I was to buy books from him, how large a quantity of books would I be willing to go to? And I didn't want to limit myself. I didn't want to say, oh, I only want like 500 books. I didn't want to limit myself because I'm happy with a few thousand books. I just don't want tens of thousands of books because I can't manage that all at once. Anyway, he then said to me, so if I get 1,000 books, would you be interested in taking the whole lot? And I was like, yes, I am. So he ended up taking my phone number, putting it in his phone, gave me a call. So now I've got his phone number in my phone. And he said that when he does the next estate house, if there's any books, he will let me know. But he also said that he does come across these big lots of books. I don't know how these people find them or where they get them from, but he does seem to get them. And then he's obviously like one of these middlemen that supplies them around in smaller chunks to other people. So now it looks like I'm on his books. I'm on his cards. And anyway, we ended up having like a really quite a long, nice conversation, and we just clicked and we got on really well. And I'm really hoping that I found myself another guy. I love this. I love having some contacts. And you know what? These contacts are coming because I'm putting myself out there and telling people what I do. I could have literally walked into this garage sale and just bought the few books that were there and jogged on by. But, I actually just got chatting. And sometimes it's a bit nerve-wracking doing that at first, but I like to have a chat, and these people were really friendly. So the conversation just flowed, and it felt really quite natural just to tell them what I did. Turns out they also sell on eBay themselves. So we had a really, really good chat, and yep, fingers crossed I've got some book deals coming to me in the future. Now I wanted to show you what I bought yesterday. Where are they? Maybe I put them in here. Here they are. Okay, I'm just going to move these over to the table here because I want to show you them. Now, yesterday I picked up this stack of like Sci-Fi magazines. They seem to be ranged around the age of 2008 to 2012, so they're not vintage, but they're just these little sci-fi magazines, and I bought them all for $10. So I've been running the sales comps on eBay, and these look to be selling, I don't know, I reckon I can probably get about $150 for this stack of books. So $10 into $150. There is somebody who's got a listing at the moment for up over the $300 mark, but I think they've got more books than me, and I think $300 is probably a little bit much. But I definitely think that I'll be able to get around the $130 to $150 mark for this stack of books. Now, when you get a stack of magazines like this, the chances are it's come from somebody's personal collection. These haven't come from a whole heap of different people. Somebody's dropped this off in one lot. So chances are I'm probably not going to have any double ups in this lot. So it's like, now do I spend all my time going through this, making sure there's no doubles, or do I just simply take the photo, count how many there is, 45 of them or whatever, and say 45 magazines, $130, $150. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to look to see if there's any doubles. I don't think it's probably worth my time. I'm just going to sell them as one big lot. You know what? I've changed my mind. Oh, imagine if there was like a heap of doubles and I sent that as one lot. That would be annoying. Okay, I'm gonna put them into year group because I've got down on the spine 2008, 2009, 2010. I'll put them into year group bundles and then they go by month. Pain in the butt, but let's do it. So 3 books, all in pretty good condition. None of the pages are ripped, the covers aren't torn, there's no writing in them. I reckon I'm going to go for $150 with best offer. Now, while I'm talking about magazines, I've got some other magazines that are sitting in the death pile, and they've been there for ages. They're one of those things that magazines actually do sell pretty well, but I normally sit them and leave them, and I procrastinate on them because you have to take different types of photos, and I don't even know why. They're not that much harder. So now that I've got to sit down and photograph these magazines, I think I might pull the other magazines out of the death pile, and let's just knock all these magazines off in one big lot. Get this done. Eat the frog, as they say. Eat the frog, Mel. Okay, so I've got a big stack here of Australian Geographic magazines. Now, when I picked these up, which was ages and ages ago, I picked these off Facebook Marketplace. The guy gave them all to me for free. Now, the first 10 of them I picked out, numbers 1 to 10, and I sold them on eBay pretty soon after for around the $45 mark from memory. And then I didn't get round to listing the other ones. I basically listed the first 10 because I wasn't sure how they would go. I'd never sold these kind of magazines. I wasn't sure if they would be worth listing. So I sold the first 10 thinking, okay, if they sell, I'll get the rest of them on. And yeah, they actually did sell, and I didn't get the rest of them on. I'm hopeless. Okay, so I've got all these Dura the Explorer magazines, and they're pretty rough. They're in pretty rough condition, to be honest. But they're worn, but they're not really torn or anything. It's just because they're very thin paper. Never priced these. I've never sold kids magazines. These came free in a lot on Facebook Marketplace. I would estimate that I could probably sell this lot for around $30, $35, maybe $40. I'd have to run the comps. I'm not 100% sure. Now I've got this whole stack of 80s handmade patterns. They're quite hilarious to look at, actually. But when I bought that really big haul back in September where I got about 4,000 books, these were just found amongst it. It was really random. So I pretty much got these for next to nothing. But I don't know if these are worth anything. I've never sold vintage pattern books like this. But oh my goodness, look at this. Is that the best 80s look? Oh, look at the makeup and everything. I don't know. I'm going to bundle them up as one random lot. Gosh, again, I've pretty much got them for nothing. If I can get $30, $40 for something like that, including the postage, I'll be stoked. So I've got the bundles in numerical order. So these ones are numbered like 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 40, 50s. We've got up to 5 kilo weight limits on our whatever fits posts, and I reckon that's probably pushing the 5 kilos. I know I sold the last lot in a 5 kilo bag, so I will run the price comps again on those Australian Geographic magazines, but I'm looking to expect about $40 with free shipping. Now I'm on a bit of a sorting mission because if I'm going to photograph these things that I've been procrastinating on for a long time, I'm just wondering what else is in that room that I've been procrastinating on a long time. And I know there's a box on the floor that I keep tripping over every single time I freaking walk in there. And while I've got all these magazines out, I'm just wondering if I pull that box out and deal with it now. Get it off the floor. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'll show you where it is. Well, actually, look, guys, there's like 3 boxes on the ground. Oh my God. This box here, I'm tripping over all of them. These 2 are bigger jobs. This one's not actually a big job, and they're all from the same kind of set. I'm just going to pull it out here and let's do it. Okay, the first ones I can see down here are Maria Snyder. Now, she writes paranormal romance kind for the young adults. Now, there's 2 more here of her. These 2 are from the same set, but they are different covers. But because they're the only ones I've got, I'm going to bundle them up together. And these 3, now this is part of a bigger set than 2, but I don't have any more of the rest of the set to complete it. So what I'll do is I'll bundle these 2 up together So I've got a twin pack, and I could always bundle a second one up, but I will wait until that one sells. And then I've got 3 of these ones listed, so I think I'll list one as an individual, and that I'll put these then onto my S shelf. And now let's go through these. Now there's 2 series here amongst this author. So when you're bundling up books, you need to actually check that they are from the same series, because quite often you'll get the same author, but they're different series. So you need to make sure you're bundling them into the right series to make sure it sells better for you. So I would really encourage you to make sure you're looking at the sets to see which ones go with which. Now this is part of the House of Night novels, and these ones here are the Goddess of Parathon. So I can see here that these 3 are the same and these 2 are different. So what I can do is I can put these 3 together. And then I've got these 2 individuals. So I can probably list one as if I list one as an individual, it's not going to make me very much money. You know, a book like that, I'll probably be lucky to get, in that condition, I'll probably be lucky to get $14, $13. So I think I'm going to sit these on my shelf in the hope that I find some more to the series, because I do find these books quite often. And as for these ones, I need to go through, because this is quite a big series, this House of Night. Chosen, Marked, Tempted, Untamed, Betrayal, Hunted. We've got 2 hunted there. Chosen, I'm going to flip that one out and put this one there. Marked, we've got 2 of. Destined, Chosen, that's a different cover, so I'm going to pull that one out. And hidden, destined, chosen, hunted, tempted. Okay, these ones I'm going to bundle up. These ones I'm going to go put back on my shelf for C. Now I've got an empty box. So guys, I am feeling good. I'm getting through this shit. Every single day when I come into the shed and I'm doing another task, I'm just going to pull out something that I've been procrastinating on for ages and just get doing it. Like those magazines, I've had them for probably nearly a year. They've just been sitting there. So now that they've been sorted into their bundles of 10, there's no excuse now. It won't take me that long to actually photograph those bundles and get them listed. They'll be going in my next week listings. And I'm just, all that box on the ground, like it didn't even take long, but I've been tripping over it on my feet for bloody 2 months. Like it didn't even, it took me not even 5 minutes. Like it's just ridiculous. So I'm pumped. I'm going through a real motivated, uplifting stage, and I can't wait to just be getting through this. It's just exciting. Like I just feel good. I just feel good at the moment. After last week, getting all that negative energy, I guess, out of my system and all those feelings of feeling like I was failing, to now like going, right, now sort it out, move on, get past this and get your stuff done. Now that I've made that decision in my head, I'm motivated and I feel good. And sometimes that's all it takes, flicking the switch and you're there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be off for the day. I do need to do some photography, but I want to go and get some lunch and I want to go and post my parcels first, and then I'll probably come back here and do the photos later this afternoon. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to watch another one of my videos, I'll put another link here to another one for you to go and watch. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share my video if you liked it. Thanks, guys. See ya.